the biggest shoes to fill in 2024. Very open-ended. Any direction you want to go, off we go.
I mean, I don't want to be like, I want to pick him. I honestly, like, are we allowed to do that? Are we going to be
it's
okay?
It's not the Cam Jurgens Memorial Draft. It's
all right.
fine.
Then yeah, I definitely would pick him. Right? I mean, come on. Jason Kelce's become one of the most watched, sought-after, let me evaluate, let me watch him offensive lineman we've seen in recent history, where people were actually like watching games going, let me watch Jason Kelce for a minute. I've never actually watched a center. Oh, he's kind of good. I mean, so yeah, people are going to watch that. I mean, he's been a Pro Bowl caliber, all-pro type of center. It's that team. They're about the run game. It's about the tush push, which he was so big with. So everybody's going to be looking at Cam Jurgens. Certainly. Cam Jurgens I expect to be really good because he is really good already. And I don't think that Eagles offensive line is really going to fall off one bit. That would be my assessment. But either way, yeah, I think there's going to be people watching him closely early on in the year.
You know, my first one is going to be whoever replaces Stefon Diggs in Buffalo. Is it Khalil Shakir? Is it somebody else? And even though the production from Diggs last year isn't so much that it's going to be dramatically difficult to replace, you still have to. He's your number one receiver. Whatever happened last year happened. He's your number one guy. He's gone. Somebody's got to step up. And Gabe Davis is gone. The top two guys going into last year are gone. 4 of the 5 receivers from last year are gone. So maybe it's even broader than Diggs. It's the entire depth chart needs to be replaced.
I think it's a little bit of that, right? It's hard to say it's one guy there. It's like all the receivers and the offensive coordinator that all the pressure kind of shifts to in that conversation to a degree, right? As far as filling the shoes of Diggs. So yeah, there's pressure on that situation, no doubt about it. I think the other one that pops to me is the Tennessee Titans running back situation, right? Tony Pollard, Tajay Spears, whatever one you want to talk there, right? Pollard will be the starter. Spears is going to get a lot of carries. He's good, right? But yeah, it's Derrick Henry. It's kind of like, feels like it's been written in stone for the last 10 years. Oh, yeah, Tennessee Titans going to be a good running team. They got Derrick Henry. If he stays healthy, he's going to be at the top of the, rushing yards for the season. So I feel like that one's big shoes to fill. Now, they got the Callahans there, which we know are run game masters. So that'll certainly help that out. But I think we'll all be watching that position down there in Tennessee.
Oh, you know where I got to go with this one. Whoever plays quarterback in Minnesota, I mean, Kirk Cousins, they're lucky he got injured with half the season left because the short-term memory is Nick Mullins handing the ball to the Bengals. And, it's not Kirk Cousins leading the Vikings deep into the playoffs. So there's a buffer. But still, the last we saw of Cousins before he tore the Achilles tendon was that spectacular Monday night game. That's the standard that Sam Darnold or whoever they draft is going to have to live up to. And there are the picks so far. Christopher, you're up with round 3.
All right, I'm going with one out of left field right here, right? This might, escape people a little bit, but I think there's some shoes to fill here. And yeah, I'm going with Deshaun Watson. Got to fill the shoes of Joe Flacco.
Wow.
And I mean that in the, again, it's, hey, you're making all this money. It's guaranteed contract. We haven't got anything. Joe came here and brought us to the playoffs, right? I think there's going to be a lot of that going on this year. If things are a little shaky early on in the year, people are going to be like, wait, hold on, Joe, we did this with Joe. We did that with Joe, brought us to the playoffs. Joe did this at the end of the season. It was awesome, blah, blah, blah. Watson, wait, we're paying you all this. What's going on? I think there's pressure on that situation there and because of that contract and what's been done so far.
I saw last month on social media after Joe Flacco signed with the Colts a picture of an autograph signing event in Cleveland with Flacco, and people were everywhere.
Exactly.
You hit this nail squarely on the head. They couldn't have brought him back because it would have been Flacco. The first instant Deshaun Watson throws an incomplete pass, Flacco. All right, I got to pick. Saquon Barkley, currently his shoes will be filled by Devin Singletary. I don't know that that's nearly enough. This guy has been one of the best running backs in football, caught on a bad team his whole career.
Right.
That is a huge void for a Giants team that I think really needs to turn something around, or there could be a house cleaning after this season.
Yeah, they're definitely in a spot here. It's a big year. There's no doubt about that, right? It's got to start all coming together, and we got to see something that we go, wait, it's tangible, it's real. We can be consistent and good. We'll see if the G-Men can get there.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.